Hey everybody, it's John, retired old man. Welcome to the video. Well, that last video I put out, which had been almost a year since I put out one previous to that, caused a few comments come in, one of which, or primarily most of which, concerned the pipe smoking, and did not know I smoked a pipe. Well, I don't smoke a pipe. Let me just clarify that. That's something that I do on an occasional basis. Even though I've been doing it for many, many years, I consider myself certainly a non-smoker. I might have a pipe, I don't know, once or twice a month, perhaps. Certainly no addiction to the nicotine that's in it. It's just something I enjoy doing. It's very relaxing, and there's a lot goes on with pipe smoking, the lighting, the tampering, I suppose. And I don't know, I just kind of enjoyed doing it down through the years. Certainly, and again, the jar of tobacco that I showed you was probably about 5 years old, and maybe had been a half inch out of that jar taken, and that's well, really, there's two. I've got one cherry, and that one I smoked the other day, both of which are virtually still full after 5 years. So that kind of tells you a little bit about that. But so much for that. Someone said it was bad for the health. I tell people, do they eat a donut? Because probably eating a donut once a day is probably doing much more harm to an individual than my bowl of tobacco, which I do not inhale. In fact, I've never inhaled pipe tobacco, but I don't. But I suspect eating that daily donut probably is doing more damage than my 2 or 3 times a month pipe. And another thing, there have been periods of not days or months, but literally years that I've not picked up a pipe. Now, I can recall one time it was, well, maybe 10 years between pipes. In fact, it had been so long, I had sold the original pipes that I'd bought probably back in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. I actually sold those somewhere around the year 2000, 2004, 2005, because I'd quit smoking for so long and actually never picked the pipe back up, probably until 10 or 12 years after that. And then I laid them aside and didn't pick them up for another 5 or 6 years. And I guess it's been about 6 years ago now is when I started picking them up again. Probably since that time, I may have, let's see, it's 6 years, 12 months, 6 times 12, 72, which probably means that I may have smoked maybe 50 bowls of pipe tobacco, in the last 6 or 7 years. So I really don't think that's going to be oppressive to my health. Anyway, it's Christmas Eve here in Texas. And yesterday it was 80 degrees outside. Today I think it's going to be in the mid 70s. And of course, going to have a dramatic drop in temperature next week. And this is usually the time of year where things really slow down for my wife and I. It's just the two of us. Our kids are out of town. And we kind of settle in for Christmas, a very quiet Christmas. And then usually sometime after the first year, we may get out of town for a day trip or something. But other than that, we stay in pretty much until the weather warms up. Probably towards the end of February, I'll get my old fishing boat back out. And I live real close to the lake. The lake's about, oh, if I were walking, I could probably walk to it in 5 minutes. It's back that way from the house. We're at the front of the subdivision, and the back of the subdivision is Lake Tyler. So real nice lake, and I spent a lot of time back there fishing. Anyway, I want to take a moment to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. And I hope you're celebrating Christmas for what Christmas is. My wife and I are very strong believers, been have for many years. Christmas is a very sacred time for us, as is Easter. And I think it is a time for friends and family, good times, but I think it's also a time to reflect the event itself and Christ himself coming into the world. And it really did make a big difference in my life when I accepted Christ. And so my wife and I have been believers for many, many, many years, and it has changed my life. So as you celebrate Christmas, I hope you're celebrating more than just a festive event, but a rather important, critical event for mankind. That's it. I'll catch you on the next one somewhere. Maybe I'll start doing a few more of these from time to time, every now and then, as I see fit. And oh, by the way, planted the onions yesterday. I happened to look out here to the side at our little garden patch out there. We planted onions. We got some great garlic growing out there right now. A lot of turnips. I think we've got some mustards out there too. So I'm probably getting ready to do those on New Year's. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year, and hope you have a very great and a very prosperous and a very successful and a very happy 2026. Till we meet again, this retired old man. God bless.